Welcome, everyone, to the Side Draft Podcast. And even though we're a little late this week, we're still reviewing the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park race for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. So I would say that's a very interesting finish to this race.
Yeah, the whole race is pretty neat, too. So it's always come down to the last turn and the last lap. So
I think the only driver to win here without there being any sort of battle for the win was Eric Jones. And that was like 2015. And so we've had a lot of interesting finishes here. Maybe we should do a cup race here sometime.
Yeah, I know Ron Blaney, he won here one time without wrecking the last turn. Did get a little pass, last lap pass, and did win the race.
So rewinding all the way back for qualifying, Ben Rhodes wins the pole in the rain, sorta. It wasn't really raining, but it was wet, so they had to use the rain tires. He was really good in the rain tires. And this was the debut race for Jesse Iwuji.
Yeah, it's good for him to be in the truck, and welcome to the Truck Series.
And I hope you really enjoyed it because that was a really interesting race. And Timothy Peters in the 25 truck. No, it's not Dalton Sargent this week. They had some sort of issues with sponsoring or contract, something like that. And Dalton Sargent couldn't return to the truck. Hopefully he gets a ride very soon, though.
Yeah, I think they're going to put Spencer Gallagher in there, but something happened to that. So end up with Timothy Peters.
Yeah, they're going to put Spencer Gallagher in, but he hurt himself while working out at the gym. So he couldn't drive the truck.
It's just hard to get drivers for this truck.
I would say we would drive the truck, but I don't want to get hurt while working out. So moving on. Noah Gragson would get outside pole. He had a pretty fast truck in qualifying. Very close to Ben Rhodes' qualifying speed. As we begin the race, Stuart Friesen, he said that he was not a very good road course racer, which isn't a bad thing because we only go there one time. So
yeah, he's a dirt tracker, so these turns you slide around a little bit, so I can fit right in his level of expertise.
He's probably saying, "I want a dirt road course." But he would go around on lap 3. Lost a lot of positions running P16, so unfortunate start for him. Lap 4, a very similar, just a little spin out by Jordan Anderson in the 3 truck. He would continue though, so.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got loose or what. He's just kind of try to go run through the grass a little bit. So.
He wanted to be like Austin Dillon. He just wanted to fly through the grass.
Yeah.
But moving on, after 6 laps of being behind Ben Rhodes, Gragson would finally get past him and take the lead in Canada.
Yeah, he was really, I guess, couldn't really get the pass and stuff, but he was really tearing up the, or right up against, chasing him down. So.
And then moving on, we have the 13 truck, Amaya Snyder. He would get tagged by the 21 Johnny Sauter, and the 13 would go around in P6.
Yeah, he would lose a few positions, but he continued on, no caution.
This is a very interesting racetrack. You just spin out, but okay, keep going, and still be in the top 10. But Todd Gilliland would pit with 3 to go from the 6th position. And Noah Gragson would go on to win the stage, which would be his 8th of the season. In 2nd place, we would have Ben Rhodes. 3rd place would have Justin Haley. 4th place would be John Hunter Nemechek. And in 5th, we would have Matt Crafton. And then stage 2 would begin. Timothy Peters would stay out. And the strategy that the 4th truck was trying to do worked out. He finished, or he's going to start this stage in 2nd.
Yeah, it's interesting that Peters will stay out and try to, I guess he's going to try to do it on just one stop. You know, it's way someone has won here in the past, and let's see how that strategy worked out.
And the Ford truck would go wide on the restart, and he lost several positions. I believe he dropped down to like 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. But Gragson would take advantage of that and take the lead again from Peters and just continue to tear up the track.
Yeah, Gragson, he was real aggressive, and he had a real fast truck, and he likes his road course racing.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. You got to be aggressive. I mean, you ain't gonna just go for a Sunday drive. You're gonna try to get that win done. Get as many stage points as you can. So I like that type of racing.
Yeah, because you're down to the last few races of the year, and you just try to get as many stage points as you can, and you just try to capitalize on all that.
And we would have another truck go off into the grass. He would go all the way into the tire barrier. Roger Roos, the 97, which was a truck prepared by Jordan Anderson. He would have no caution for him. That's very, different to say, because normally when you run into the barrier, you're done. But he just...
Yeah, they go ahead and throw the caution, but he limped on and made it all the way back to pit road, so no caution.
He would be done for the day. So, very unfortunate for him. But he ran a good race.
Yeah, he was running pretty good until he just lost it in that turn. So,
the 98 of Grant Enfinger during that pit stop cycle, he decided that his gas wasn't enough. So he said, I want to take this gas can with me.
Yeah, you never know. You might need a little extra gas on the track, but unfortunately, they just threw a penalty on him because he took it on the track with him.
I think this penalty was not worth it, because he was just trying to give a fan a signed gas can. Just, here you go. Threw it out to him, but unfortunately that would be a penalty for Grant Enfinger. We saw Austin Cindric go through something very similar, so maybe he's going to pull Austin Cindric and win the race.
This is the way it's been won before, so it just didn't work out for him.
Remaking history. It is throwback week after all, but the only thing he would throw back would be the gas can. So Ford truck would chase down Noah Gragson, but before he'd get around him, he would pit with around 2 to go, 3 to go, somewhere in there. Very good strategy, gets to stay out the next pit cycle, and Gragson would go on to win another stage. And like I said, he's trying to put all these playoff points into the bank. That way he just cruised to Homestead, and I think that's a very good strategy.
Yeah, I ain't sure if the Ford truck. After the everybody pits, he's come out ahead of the leaders. But right now you really need to get some stage points and get in this battle.
Yeah. With the Ford truck, he doesn't have to care about stage points anymore at this point, because he's not in the playoffs, so he can gamble all he wants.
Yeah.
So, and he probably thought the 18 was a little bit faster than him, so pit now, that way we can come out ahead of him.
Yeah. Have a few trucks in between you. So.
Right now, all he's thinking about is getting his first win. He missed the playoffs, get his first win, and I think that's a good strategy. If you can't beat the guy, you gotta somehow outthink him.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we saw at Sonoma with Truex and Kevin Harvick. Truex managed to use a pit strategy to get the win. But in that stage, we'd have Brett Moffitt joining the battle in second. Third would have Justin Haley, and then fourth would have John Hunter Nemechek once again. Stage 3 would begin. We had a long yellow flag, fluid on the track. Took about 7-8 laps.
Yeah, I ain't sure where the fluid come from, but it seemed like it was forever, going back to green.
And I'm pretty sure the driver's like, what's going on here? Are we having a parade or what? But
yeah, because there's a lot of fluid on pit road, and they closed pit road, and it took a couple of laps so to get that cleaned up before everybody come down pit road.
I guess it's a good way to calm your nerves. It's like 7 laps you don't really have to care about, but if you're in the back, you're like, well, give me my 7 laps back. So,
yeah.
It is interesting to think about what would have happened if we would have 7 more laps to this race, but that's something we'll never know. So we'd go back to green around lap 49. The 22 itself goes around. Caution would come out. There was like 3 wide to 52, 22, and 8. And 22 just got the worst of it.
Yeah. It was kind of, I mean, it's like, as soon as you hit stage 3, it's just like everybody just, the intensity level just amped up.
Yeah, it's like stage 1, stage 2. If you're not in the playoffs, you can cruise around. In the playoffs, you got to get yourself into position, pit strategy. And stage 3, there is no more pit strategy. It's just haul butt to the finish. And that they did, but it just didn't work out for the 22 truck.
Yeah, unfortunate for Gragson. Through the time of loops, they put him back 2 more spots from where he was. But it didn't bother him none because he's just like passing trucks.
That's 2 more trucks that got to pass. The 12 would go off the track. Alex Tagliani. He was running a pretty good race. Still managed to save it. A lot of beating and banging.
Yeah, so it's good to see. I mean, it's racing. That's what the fans want to see. You know, your drivers go out there and get aggressive and act like they really want to win, and it put on a really good show.
So we'd have the 21. He would stay out. He would lead for a few laps. Battle for the lead, 11 to go. I would have Todd Gilliland going for the lead. Gets the lead. He gets a very sizable lead. From when Gragson passes Sauter after the 41, gets into the 8. Gragson goes around, chases down Sauter. At that point, it looks like Todd Gilliland's going to have a very easy win. But we'd have the caution out for 22 once again, spun it around. Unfortunate for him. And we had some technical difficulties in the Fox booth, so there was a few laps we didn't get to see there, so who knows what happened during those laps.
You can't see this. No. I don't know what happened to the cameras. They just went blank. So I don't know if it was a power issue or what it was.
And then overtime commences, and this is when everything breaks loose. The drivers' tempers just go skyrocket, and the 4 truck would get such a huge lead. The 18 would catch him, and it seemed like at the very final corner, the 4 truck just, I don't know what happened. He just lost a ton of speed. I would guess it's, the nerves. You're about to win your first race. As long as you hit that corner perfectly, he's just probably overthought it, and then
Gragson, he was coming, and he was really charging the corners a lot, and it was like the 4 truck maybe got a little loose or something, and then Gragson had a run. So.
That's one of those racing incidents. I think there's nothing really Gragson could have done besides slam on the brakes and let the other guy win. But that's not racing. That's.
You got to go for it. It's the playoffs. He's going for a championship.
Yeah, slamming on the brakes is something you do like in traffic, people cutting out in front of you. That's different here.
It's just 2 drivers going for the same spot. So I ain't gonna say who's at fault. It's a racing incident. You both going for it.
I think both of them need to realize, this happens in racing. If you want to be mad at the other one, that's fine. Just keep racing your races and put it behind you, and keep going on, keep winning races, and keep moving forward.
Yeah, you can't worry about it. Just go to the next race and try harder.
Just evaluate what happened, what you can do better. Either next year when you're here in the trucks, or maybe in the Xfinity when you go through like 2 or 3 different road courses, you can use what you learned there for the future of your career. And with the wreck with the 18 and the 4, the 24 drives through the smoke and wins the second race in the Truck Series. And
he led 1 lap, and the most important lap. So but he did have a fast truck through the whole race. I mean, at one point, I believe he was faster than the leaders, but, he just going through the traffic and catching them.
So Justin Haley wins the race, gets into the next round of the playoffs. So he can go to Las Vegas, Talladega without a worry in his mind. He just got there and
just run his race.
Drive the steering wheel with one hand, the other hand out the window, True trucker style, I guess. But I think that's something very important for any round that has Talladega in it. You want to win. You don't want the wild card finish to bite you. So very important for him. Very unfortunate for the KBM crew. But overall, a very exciting race. We had some strategy. We had controversial finish and tempers flaring.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like every time we come here, you got some kind of tempers flaring, As Hart, he said it real well earlier in the year, bent fenders and hurt feelings. So,
and that happened once again. We had true American racing outside of America. How cool is that? But we're going to run down how our picks fared out in this race, and I would say very well. Because I picked Brett Moffitt. He ran a good race, had some issues going through traffic there in the closing laps, but he would finish third.
Yeah, he would have a fast truck. I mean, I ain't sure he got shuffled back, at one point, and he battled back in the third position.
And your pick took all the money, didn't it?
Wow, that was just pretty cool.
You somehow predicted that Justin Haley would somehow.
I brought him some good luck. I just had the mental going toward him, and he just gave us some good luck.
The KBM team's like, hey, Steve picked Justin. You gotta get out of the way. But so Justin, if you're somehow watching this, here is your good luck charm right here. Bring him to the race. But for the KBM crew, Gragson would finish 9th, and Gilliland would finish 11th. So not bad. Not first and second, but still pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad start to the playoffs, but I know Justin Haley's got a long way to celebrate his win.
He does. The next race we go to is Las Vegas Motor Speedway, which, if you look towards the Cup schedule, you have Darlington, you have Indy, then you have Vegas. So he has like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, most drivers get to celebrate, their win for a week, then they got another race, and there he's got like 3 weeks.
So, congratulations to Justin Haley, GMS, Chevrolet. Very good race, and they got lucky there.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to look towards the playoff points, as Justin Haley he just cut in line all the way in front of everybody. Doesn't care about playoff points.
He said, "Excuse me, sir."
In this round, at least. Excuse me. I'm Justin Haley. So Johnny Sauter, with all of those playoff points that he gained, is in second. Brett Moffitt in third. Noah Gragson, like I said, he finished okay, so he's still in fourth, still sitting 24 points above everyone. So he should be okay as long as he doesn't crash out at Dega or Vegas. Mm-hmm. We got Matt Crafton, only 1 point above Stuart Friesen in sixth, which Friesen, I guess you could say he's not freezing because he is on fire right now. He is dead on the line. Ben Rose is 1 point behind him. The Grant Enfinger 12 points behind him as well. So this could be interesting. We have Stuart Friesen, who's been up there almost winning these races, but just couldn't get the job done. You have Ben Rhodes, who has a win. He just didn't have a good finish towards Canadian Tire. And Grant Enfinger throwing out the gas can, and that kind of ruined his chances of getting a good finish. But still only 12 points behind.
Yeah, he can still make it up.
So next up is Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So who's your pick for that one?
Well, let me see if my good luck continues. And I'm going to go with a KBM truck, and I believe Noah Gragson will get his win in Las Vegas.
So if he wins there, he doesn't have to worry about Talladega. So that is the best strategy, is just go in, put last week or last 3 weeks behind you, and go in.
Yeah, I believe he's going to put this behind him and continue his aggressiveness and go for that championship.
Aggressiveness. Don't quote that. But I believe, let's see, I think Johnny Sauter will win this race. I think he's going to, but I had a week off. My teammate won. It's my turn.
Yeah.
turn the notch all the way up to 10. This is my wheelhouse, and I'm going to get it. So I'm picking Johnny Sauter. But to Noah Gragson, Steve is picking you. So here's all of the good vibes, all the luckiness. But yeah, I think Vegas should be interesting. For the trucks, it's always interesting in Mile and a Half because, Sauter's good there, Moffitt's good there, Gregson's good there, Friesen's good there. So it depends on strategy and who can make the best setup, and I think it's going to be awesome. Last year we had Texas in the playoffs. It was pretty cool, pretty good race. So we'll see what happens this time. Hope you all enjoyed this race analysis, and we'll see you in a few weeks for Las Vegas.